Well, as of right now, we don't know exactly where the fight is going to be at. We don't know the location of the fight. The Sphere is one of the places that they talked about. So we don't know if it's 100% going to be there. And this is not actually a fight, it's an exhibition.
Okay.
So we're going to do it again, and hopefully we're going to entertain the people.
I mean, I have to say this, Mayweather, come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O? Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but people know you've lost. Shit, your own fault.
Did you see what Floyd said? I think he's saying that he feels it's an exhibition and not a real fight.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract that we signed is a real fight.
Real fight. Okay. Yeah, because I know he said.
I want to fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight. Yeah.
Father said you lost against me back when we fought. And what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? Your pussy ass retires for 1 year and 1 day.
And by the way, there's an update right now posted on Inside the Ring show that the camp of Team Pacquiao, which I expected, would say that this is a pro fight. That's not the biggest problem that I see right now. It is not. So if you think about this really,
you see somebody like Floyd Mayweather, that's the oldest trick in the book, y'all. Y'all know. When y'all see somebody flogging money everywhere, they got this, they got that, they got this. Was it Gervonta Davis? Tank told us 2 years ago that the reason they held Floyd Mayweather, you can put it back on the screen, captive in Dubai, is because he had owed them money and they wouldn't release him until he announced the fight to give them their money back. You know they do that over there in Dubai, right? You ain't going nowhere if you owe a debt. He was trapped over there for almost 2 months, according to Gervonta. They shared the same manager, Al Layman, who collected money in cash.
Floyd Mayweather has officially been caught in a 9-figure legal trap after cashing millions in advances. And now Manny Pacquiao's team is exposing the truth behind this massive contract breach. Is Floyd Mayweather legitimately trying to pull off the biggest financial heist in boxing history? Or is he simply too terrified to put his 50-0 record on the line against Pacquiao in a real pro fight?
An announcement was made. Pacquiao says it on social media and on interviews, then suddenly Floyd Mayweather says something different. This is something to be worried about.
The whole boxing scene, now fed up with constant drama, shows clear anger. Floyd Mayweather has made one thing obvious that he wants out, suddenly pulling back from a signed professional rematch to take cover behind an exhibition. He's proven that he is truly scared of putting his perfect 50-0 record on the line against a driven Manny Pacquiao. This isn't just another canceled super fight. It's a direct disrespect to fans, and the fight world is ready to tear his protected legacy down once and for all and leave nothing behind for anyone anymore.
So everyone again?
Yeah, first of all, back to you at Sphere. What part did being at the Sphere kind of play you taking that fight?
Well, as of right now, we don't know exactly where the fight is going to be at. We don't know the location of the fight. The Sphere is one of the places that they talked about. So we don't know if it's 100% going to be there. And this is not actually a fight, it's an exhibition.
Okay.
So we're going to do it again, and hopefully we're going to entertain the people.
Right. And as far as that, what's it going to be like fighting him again, like 11 years later?
It's just, I never really took any abuse, in the sport of boxing. Still extremely healthy, work out every day. And, I got an exhibition with Mike Tyson also, another exhibition in Greece. So if I'm just sitting at home and I'm just working out every day, spending time with my grandson and spending time with my children, I said, why not go out, have a little fun, entertain, and put on some exhibitions. So that's what I'm doing.
The clash building between these two sides has gone totally out of control. Manny Pacquiao is setting a hard boundary, completely refusing to enter the ring for what feels like a dressed-up sparring match. He demands a real, officially sanctioned fight with judges scoring it, and a final outcome added to their records. The wild part is the documents reportedly support his stance.
Manny, by chance, did you see what Floyd said? I think he's saying that he feels it's an exhibition and not a real fight.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract we signed is a real fight.
Real fight. Okay. Yeah, because I know he said
I want to fight an exhibition.
no exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight. Yeah.
Is Fear still in Las Vegas?
That's that's the contract that he signed. I mean,
So it's still happening then.
he has to remember that.
But it's still on? It's still happening?
Oh yeah, we did sign the contract already, so there's no reason why, you know.
Why wouldn't?
Why wouldn't?
Yeah. All right. Look good. You look already in shape. What adjustments do you think you're gonna make for the rematch? Adjustments compared to the first fight.
I have the improve and better strategy compared to the last one.
I know it's something you've been wanting for a very long time. I know you felt that that first fight wasn't, the best of you, right?
Yeah. This time, no excuse.
Sources like ESPN's Mike Coppinger have delivered huge revelations, confirming that a binding agreement for a professional fight has already been signed and finalized. Netflix didn't make that global announcement based on a guess. So now, this sudden change from the other side has the entire industry questioning what is really going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, Max, so Mayweather threw some cold water on any excitement for the fight with Manny Pacquiao in September when last week he did an interview and said that it's not going to be a real fight, it's going to be an exhibition and not necessarily going to be at the Sphere. And Max, that really puzzled me because this wasn't just reporting. Netflix, a multi-billion-dollar company, officially announced that this would be a real fight at the Sphere. So earlier this morning, I spoke to Chaz Mather, who is the CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, and he said it is absolutely a real fight. There's a signed contract. Mayweather signed it. It's in there. That it's a real fight that'll count on their records, and it's going to be at the Sphere. So I'm not sure what Floyd is talking about. I don't know if Floyd got bad advice, but he's contracted, so it would be a breach if not. I don't see him turning down a major payday over this, but it will bear watching. And also, I'm told that further to that, Pacquiao has no interest in this if it's not a real fight.
You have to ask what the real reason is for turning a huge professional showdown into just an exhibition. Most people in the sport are pointing straight to fear. Analysts like Max Kellerman are saying it exactly how it looks. The truth of getting older is finally catching up. At nearly 50, the body just doesn't react the same anymore. The main belief is that protecting an unbeaten 50-0 record feels too risky to gamble with. Facing a hungry opponent who still believes he was robbed back in 2015 is a serious threat. A real fight brings real danger, and pushing for an exhibition now feels like a clear move to protect that perfect record while still trying to secure a huge payday.
Because it happened after its expiration date, we will never have the actual answer. You and I might agree, Mayweather was too long, too good a boxer, naturally bigger guy and better defense. But we will never actually know the answer to that question because we never got to see it 5 years earlier. Now, Shady makes the point, Malik, that this is not like Crawford-Canelo, and it's not. But it's also not exactly like Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
It's nowhere near
right?
that stuff.
So what is it? What are we? Because Netflix doesn't seem to care if this is more of kind of a carnival or an exhibition, or if it's like the greatest, biggest fight in the world. What they're looking for are eyeballs, right? Where does this fall, Mayweather and Pacquiao, on the most legitimate Crawford-Canelo side of the spectrum, or the kind of sideshow Jake Paul, Mike Tyson side of the spectrum?
To piggyback off of what Shady was saying, I actually believe people will feed into it heavy because we're talking about two of the elites of all time. They both are extremely technically sound. They both are known for what they have done in the ring. Obviously, Mayweather got the huge promotion market behind him. So does Pacquiao. I just think it does numbers, and I also would be like a huge fan of it. I think the way how Floyd is looking lately, whether it's in the gym, and the way how Pacquiao has been looking in his last fight, I'm really into the fight if they're going to do it again, especially if it's going to be on the best stage in the world, the ring, the Netflix, and the same type of numbers going.
The chaos isn't limited to just the two fighters anymore. Former rivals are now jumping into the madness. Oscar de la Hoya dropped a raw, unfiltered rant that went viral and lit up the internet. He held nothing back, calling the sudden move a weak escape. De la Hoya pointed to his own past, saying the same kind of trick was used on him before. According to Oscar, a retirement was announced at the perfect time just to avoid the rematch clause, and then the gloves came back on the exact day that deal expired.
Yo, what's up, guys? I wasn't gonna do a clapback, but all the news on Mayweather, Pacquiao, potentially falling apart. I mean, I have to say this, Mayweather, come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O. Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but people know you've lost. Shit, your own father said you lost against me back when we fought. And what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? Your pussy ass retires for 1 year and 1 day. Bro, ever since I got beat up by Manny Pacquiao in my last fight, I've wanted to fight every single day, but I couldn't because I wasn't right. Physically, emotionally, I just wasn't right. All that depression, all that shit that I had within my spirit. But now these last 5 years, I've put in the work, man. Woo! I did a lot of work and I feel happy. I feel at peace. And you know what? A man at peace is a dangerous fucking man. I can fucking take on King Kong if I want and beat his ass. Shit, I'll even fight Jake Paul. Let's go.
This harsh public call-out poured gasoline on the fire, showing a picture of a legendary fighter with a well-known track record of avoiding real challenges whenever the conditions aren't exactly in his favor.
People want to know how you beat Manny Pacquiao on the second go-around.
We both winners because it's an exhibition, so we're both winners. We just want to go out there and entertain the people and put on a good show.
This frantic maneuvering brings up a huge, uncomfortable question everyone in the sports world is asking. Is the man famous for flaunting massive cash actually running low on money? Rumors suggest he could be overextended or even broke. The sudden push to sign multiple strange exhibition fights is raising big warning signs. Planning a match with a kickboxer in Greece and hinting at an exhibition with Mike Tyson doesn't feel like the victory lap of a wealthy champ. It looks more like a fast money grab. When a retired fighter suddenly has to globetrot for random paydays, the story changes from a celebrated comeback to a potential financial mess.
Going on? Hey, it's unfortunate that it's come to what it's come to. Obviously, when we first heard about him having a 3-fight deal, we understood why he's having a 3-fight deal. I gave my name to people that he could have fought, that could have helped him if he was in financial crisis and needed to recoup some of that money back. And Manny Pacquiao was one of the names. It's crazy that it's even got to this point. I don't even know what to think about it at this point. Obviously, signing multiple deals and getting in advance and having them pay you ahead of the fight. I mean, is that normal? Does that happen?
Ocho, I've known players that they burn through their money. They take out an advance on next year's salary.
Nah.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Wait, bring that. Hold on. Time out. Bring that back to me one more time.
I've seen guys. I know guys. I'm never gonna put their business out there. That go through the money that they made in 25. That they got to take an advance out on 26 salary. Yes.
Man, I hope ain't none of this true, man. I know they're pretty much quotes, but I hope Floyd ain't in that predicament, bro.
I hope so too, Joe.
The financial chaos behind the scenes threatens to pull this whole spectacle out of the ring and straight into a courtroom. Explosive reports reveal that a huge cash advance from the fight purse has already been collected. This sets up a full-blown legal nightmare. The opposing team is essentially laying a trap. Either step into the ring for a real, sanctioned professional fight exactly as agreed, or face serious legal consequences for breaking the contract. You can't take a massive payday for a main event and then try to turn it into a casual exhibition. Tensions are boiling over, and legal teams are reportedly preparing for a full-scale battle if the agreed terms aren't met.
So number one, as we stand, this fight is not canceled. I know that there were some things spreading around, some boxing news outlets and stuff yesterday. It is not canceled in any way. Floyd Mayweather is in a breach. He is officially in a breach. He's been in a breach since the day he went out and said what he said on Saturday, but he's officially in a breach as of yesterday. He has a cure period. There are certain things that he needs to do, and he has multiple breaches, not just one. So this was never an exhibition. It was never going to be an exhibition. It was never signed as an exhibition. Manny Pacquiao has no interest in doing an exhibition with Floyd. And just for the record, what the public doesn't know, Floyd Mayweather signed not one, not two, but 3 different agreements on 3 different dates with 2 different parties that ultimately got intertwined in the month of January. And this is all related to his return to professional boxing. First one was on October 24th. The second one was on November 6th. Third one was on December 14th. He received money for all 3 agreements when he signed them, okay? Not only that, he's taken an advance on his purse on this Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, okay, on his fight against Pacquiao. So there's another lender also that's now involved in this, okay? So him saying that it's not at the Sphere, him saying that there's no real fight, that's complete bullshit.
Sources like ESPN's Mike Coppinger have delivered huge revelations, confirming that a binding agreement for a professional fight has already been signed and finalized. Netflix didn't make that global announcement based on a guess. So now this sudden change from the other side has the entire industry questioning what is really going on behind the scenes.
But as I said to you in Las Vegas, I'd rather set myself on fire than watch that rematch, because it was, I've said, I'm not even joking about this, it was the worst experience of my 25 plus year career covering boxing. Absolutely horrible in every sense of the word. The fight stunk, that was the culmination, but everything about it was horrible. I have no interest personally. What I found interesting is that just not, I don't know, a month and a half ago, there was an announcement that Floyd Mayweather was going to fight Mike Tyson in an exhibition match. So I'm not sure where that fits into the situation. Supposedly they have a signed agreement for that fight pending landing, I guess, some kind of broadcast partner. Whether they've done that or not, I don't know. But, it seems like Floyd, for a guy that's been retired for almost 10 years, is pretty busy. It's just a matter of, do we not have anything fresh in boxing? Is it so pathetic that we have to run back a shitty fight from 12 years ago? Look, Manny looked pretty good when he fought Barrios in July. It wasn't like he looked like an old man. I thought he won the fight, to be quite honest. A lot of people thought he won the fight. Floyd hasn't been in the ring in a real fight, quote unquote real fight, because his final official fight was against Conor McGregor, who was making his pro debut. You got to go back to 2017 for that fight. So we're coming up on a decade since he's been in the.
This harsh public call-out poured gasoline on the fire, showing a picture of a legendary fighter with a well-known track record of avoiding real challenges whenever the conditions aren't exactly in his favor.
What Mayweather and Pacquiao are doing right now, I think you are dramatically overestimating what the size of the audience is going to be. Sure, it'll be 7 figures, because anything on Netflix is 7 figures, because it has 270 million subscribers worldwide. It will be 7 figures, but it won't sniff the kind of numbers that those other fights did. And that's a problem, I think, for Netflix. Netflix is in the big number business. They're in the event business. I think if you take away the carrot of this being a real fight, that is going to diminish this fight considerably in the eyes of a lot of people, man.
The only carrot here is the fact that Netflix is on board. And if you have a Netflix subscription, you're going to get to watch this for free. My neighbors, my elder league neighbors, they're the ones that actually told me about Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. when it happened. They were into that fight. They bought that pay-per-view. You think they're not going to watch the fight if it's free on Netflix with 2 familiar names? It's going to be a mega success, but it's going to be a terrible fight. It's going to be 2 geriatric has-been old greats that are just doing it for the money, and we're just watching for the intrigue. That's it.
I would say this. This is just my opinion. I don't think Netflix knew that Mayweather was going to say that. I think they went into this fight with the belief that it was going to be a real fight. That's what I think. And will this change their opinion of it? I don't know. But I think it definitely diminishes the size of the audience when this fight ultimately happens. However that's measured, it's gonna do look, the Taylor Serrano fight did what, like 5 million views? Like, that's an incredible number generally, but Netflix looks at a number like that and goes like, that's not really for us, because we can put anything on there, do 5 million views. Anything. They could put a replay of Mora Manfredo on there. It would do 1 million views.
You know what? I've been waiting for the Netflix.
And we're off.
Contender season 1. Come on, Netflix. Contender season 1.
Season 1. Let's go. Run it back.
Patience is gone. The boxing media and hardcore fans are turning away from the whole circus. The backlash is loud and furious. Veteran journalist Dan Raphael summed it up perfectly, saying he'd rather set himself on fire than watch a replay of their infamous first fight. People feel played. They feel mocked by a constant cycle of empty promises and moving targets. When a promoter puts their brand and wallet over fair competition, the audience notices fast. The initial hype around the mega announcement has turned into pure frustration, with fans demanding real fights instead of staged money grabs. Everything is at stake now, and the clock is ticking. This isn't just a paycheck or a streaming debut, it's about how history will remember a legacy. The ultimate question is clear. Will a binding contract force a real, dangerous fight that could finally break a perfect record? Or will the greatest defensive fighter of our era slip past the ropes once more, dodging the ultimate test? The boxing world is watching, waiting to see if it's the fighter or the businessman who finally steps into the ring. What's your take on all the drama with Floyd Mayweather avoiding a real fight? Is he scared of the heat? Will the rematch even happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our next uploads. Share your opinions below, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next